Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Bangers and Mosh, the podcast with a chilling aura. I'm Jimmy,
I'm Daz.
I'm Defo.
and today we're chuffed to bits to be joined by Mr. Alex Brown of Gatecreeper. How are you, man?
Doing excellent. How are you guys?
Yeah, man. Buzzing.
Hell yeah.
We're all
Chuffed to bits.
buzzing.
I'm chuffed to bits to be here.
Chuffed.
Do you know what, dude? Before you guys came over for Damnation, we had a couple of chuffed to bits hats ordered for you and Eric, but they didn't turn up in time.
Oh, no shit. No fucking way, dude.
We were gutted.
No way.
We were gutted.
We'll get him to you next time.
Yeah, next time
Oh,
you're
that
over,
would be
man.
link up next
so
time.
fucking cool. Oh, yeah. I will wear that every day. That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you guys have so many cool sayings. I love it.
You guys are the kings of gas station hats.
We are, yeah, we are. I've spent too much money on hats. I have a lot. Like I have a Dr. Pepper hat. I think I have a Mountain Dew hat. Like I have every kind of hat.
Yeah, man. Eric showed us some of his vast collection, didn't he, Daz, when when we chatted to him.
Yeah.
It was so
good.
good.
That is so fucking fun. So funny.
So I guess really, Alex, we got to start with Gatecreeper, I guess, because Dark Superstition's been out for over a year now. Like,
Sure.
looking back over the last 12 months, you guys must be so stoked with the impact the album's had.
Dude, absolutely. I feel like it has blown past our expectations and it's been doing well pretty much everywhere. Especially, we've really enjoyed the response in Europe. I feel like Nuclear Blast has pushed our record really well. And this past European tour that we came out, it was a really good response. So yeah, and we've just been going literally everywhere since we put that record out. We're just trying to play everywhere. So we'll be back in Europe in the fall, and then doing South America in the winter. We did Asia earlier this year too. So yeah, the response has been awesome. It's really cool, especially like some of the songs on the newer record that are a little bit more like mid-pace and kind of like rock and roll vibes.
Yeah.
It's cool to like play those songs live and like hear people like singing the lyrics and stuff. It's a cool feeling because you were just like working on these songs with your buds and in your room like a few months ago, and now people are singing along. It's cool.
Yeah, man. That, like, we saw you at Damnation. That crowd you pulled that day was like,
Dude,
it was
yeah,
mental.
that was a really epic show. I like my face hurt from smiling so much at that one. And also, I mean, the response was so great. I mean, that was a huge crowd, a massive crowd. The response was awesome. People were going freaking crazy for us. And I got a picture with Danny Filth that day, which
Oh,
was
yes, mate.
that was like the most important thing that could have ever happened to me.
Was that your number one mission that day?
That was my number one mission. And I was really nervous too, because like I didn't know like if he is like approachable or not. I don't know if I don't want to be a punisher. Like I don't want to like ruin his day. I don't want to like get in the way of like his daily procedures and whatnot. But yeah, I just approached him. I caught him when he was like walking very fast from like the green rooms to his bus, and I was like, hello sir, I am a huge fan of everything that you do, could I please have a picture? And he was super cool.
Yeah, he was super
You
cool,
done a similar thing, Daz, at Bloodstock when it's
Yeah. Like, I mean, he was coming out of the media tent at Bloodstock, and to be fair, his missus was ahead of him, and she looked like she wanted to kind of get away or something. And I was like, if I don't say something, like I'll never get the opportunity. So I just kind of said, like, "Oh, Danny, would you mind if I just had a quick picture?" And he was so cool about it.
He
Like,
was cool, yeah.
yeah, and he took a picture and just sort of zipped off. So yeah,
No, for sure. Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, I mean,
what a legend.
it's not every day that you're in his presence and you could ask for a picture. So you just gotta go for it.
Sometimes you just got to hear, haven't you?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We got a picture with two hunks, Alex and Eric from Gatecreeper that day. That was our,
Oh, yeah, we did.
that was our
Yeah.
most important mission that day.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That was
yeah,
great.
yeah. No, yeah, it was fun meeting up with you guys. That was just a super fun day. Super
Yeah, it's a
super
great
positive,
day.
awesome day.
Yeah, man. So dude, this is the first album obviously you've played on. Gatecreeper. I wanted to know, did you have creative freedom over your bass parts, or were they all sort of written and you
Yeah,
just went
yeah,
in
for
and played
sure.
them?
Yeah. I mean, so with Gatecreeper, the instrument that I play is very much, I see it as like an extension of the guitar. It's
Yeah,
not, it's oftentimes like 95% of the time not doing anything different from what the rhythm guitar is doing, just like playing the root notes. If anything, like I don't even want it to like tonally to like really stand out that much. I just want it to like fill out the low frequencies and that's it. But on a few of these songs, you know, obviously, like Flesh Habit has like it starts with a bass intro,
yeah,
and what is it, a Black Curtain. There's like a verse part where I can kind of like do some moving around. So we knew that we wanted to be able to like do some like bass player stuff, rather than just playing root notes kind of stuff.
yeah.
And so, yeah, I was given free reign, and I just did what I saw fit there. And yeah, this record was very much a collective effort. I mean, I would still say, you know, like Eric and Chase are like putting in the most work for like the seeds of all the songs. But you know, me and Chase, we got together a lot, throw down a lot of riffs. You know, Izzy wrote all his fucking killer solos. Even like Matt, our drummer, he was able to like participate a lot because this was like the first time the band like got in a practice space together and like
Oh,
jammed all
cool.
the songs before getting in the studio. So you know, he's throwing out ideas. So it was very much a collective effort, and it was awesome. I think it proved to be very successful.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. How was working with Kurt Ballou? Did you spend a lot of time with him getting tones and stuff like that nailed
Totally,
down
man.
on the
Yeah.
bass parts?
Yeah. Kurt was awesome. He's obviously, by no surprise, has a great ear for things, and we just had like a really good time hanging out with him. He's like a super chill, awesome dude, and it was also just really cool to see how he works, his workflow, how he decides what like gear to use when recording a guitar or bass or something. He'll do like little like shootouts where he'll maybe like set up like 3 or 4 different amps and like switch out between different cabs and different pedals to find like the right combination of stuff. And he does it all in like a very like streamlined, efficient way.
Yeah,
So it's, I don't know, it's kind of like eye opening. He is like a master with the Pro Tools, so you know, like anytime, like you don't even have to say anything to him, like he knows like exactly where you're gonna punch in, and you know,
yeah,
so it was honestly like I was a little bit nervous going into it because that he's like the most like professional engineer I've ever worked with, and so I was like, oh my god, like this is a really big deal. But it was actually like had the opposite effect because he's so good and because he's so effective at what he does. It just made everything so much easier and chill and laid back.
yeah. That's cool, man. Must be like going into his studio and stuff and seeing his equipment. Must be like a kid in a candy shop, like just
Totally, man.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
no, dude, just stuff everywhere. His guitars he's built, all his pedals, tons of heads and cabs, and then of course all of the actual like studio equipment for recording, which I don't know what half of it does, but it's everywhere. And like I was just telling my girlfriend the other day, like I feel like I have like a really like chaotic and evil mind that tries to come out sometimes, because like when I'm in a situation like that and I see so many like real obviously really expensive equipment with so many knobs and dials and switches and everything, I just want to like go up to it and just like I just want to fuck it all up. So I I,
that's
I I have this evil thing in my mind when I'm in situations like that. But no, yeah, super cool studio, man. Super cool guy. If I could record there, you know, every time we go back to do a record, I would be very happy.
sick, man. That would be you, Daz.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
studio, mate. I swear to
Well,
God, that.
he's in Converge as well, isn't he? I'll be like, oh, Mr. Blue.
Yeah. No, yeah, there's like other situations where I'm like that too, like backstage, like right about to go on stage, like with Izzy, like there's like the amps that are like running the whole show, like the whole like PA system and everything. And I just like, I have this like horrible like urge, this evil, sinister urge in me to just like unplug everything and just like ruin everything. Because like I have that power in that moment. Like I could destroy everything. I could ruin everything. I could ruin everything for everyone if I wanted to.
The fucking
I just
kid
think
with the
about
big
that.
red do not press button. Like,
Literally, yeah. I have to exhibit so much self-control.
That's amazing.
Dude, we've got to ask you because one of Defra's favorite albums from the last 5 years that we've been doing this podcast is the Savage Necromancy Feathers Fall to Flames record.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's awesome. Thank you.
Is there any plans for any new material at any point?
So with that band, Andrew Ferris, who plays guitar in Savage Necromancy, because I played drums in that project. He was the key songwriter, and he, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years ago, moved up to Portland, Oregon from Phoenix, Arizona. So that kind of is what immediately put things on hold with that project, and that's why we haven't recorded or put anything out since. I'm in pretty constant communication with Andrew. We're good friends, and we're always like talking music. We have talked at pretty great lengths about getting together, flying in out to Phoenix and busting out another record at some point. But as it stands, it's kind of at a standstill.
Yeah. I mean, makes sense, doesn't it? To be fair,
I remember, Def, when that album came out, you like pestered me and Daz non-stop about that record, didn't you?
Yeah, he did.
And I went on 20, but I bought the longie.
Yeah.
You got the long sleeve.
Literally after one listen. Yeah, I love the cover art. I loved everything about that album. It was fucking great. So there's still hope. That it's not completely dead in the water.
There is still hope. Absolutely, man. It's just a matter of us, getting down to it and putting the work in to get the songs together. Just because ever since I joined Gatecreeper and he moved to Portland, I'm touring so much, and he's separated and working on all this other stuff. He actually, what's really cool, he actually has been doing a comic book. It's called Angel Slayer. It's really sick. You guys should check it out on his Instagram, Angel Slayer comic, and it's like pretty much like satanic, like black metal artwork. Kind of
sick,
super graphic comic style. It's fucking awesome. He's partnered with I forget his name, but his buddy in Indonesia who like does all of that like Chris Moyen kind of style, like brutal black death metal kind of artwork. And it is just so fucking cool. So he's really busy with the comic too. So we really just gotta set some time aside and just get down to it because we're both super down.
Oh, wicked, man. Yeah, that's one of my favorite memories from doing this. We used to do a radio show on Gimme Metal when that was about. And one of my favorite memories is Def saying on radio, that was baptized in the cum of the goat you just heard. And I was like, we're trying not to fucking kill ourselves laughing.
That's probably why they folded, didn't it? They couldn't get enough.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We really just the theme of that band was just over the top.
It was great.
Just being dumb.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. So Alex, I wanted to get a bit into your sort of journey getting into music and metal and stuff like that. Did you grow up in like a musical family? Did you have a lot of music around you as a kid?
Yep. Yeah, totally. My mom is a professional musician. She's a church musician.
Oh, wow.
Still is her whole life. She's a church organist, choir director, handbell choir director. She does it all.
Oh, wow.
And like traditional kind of style church. And so she did that my whole life. And music was not always like something that was like important in the family and something I was surrounded by, but like me and my mom were always like kind of like talking about it and like talking about like the theory of it and like singing together. And it was pretty like natural and pretty inevitable that I ended up playing music myself. And this goes back generations. Her mom did the same thing. was a church musician, and my mom's all of her sisters are musicians. So yeah, no, it's
wow.
it came really naturally. Um, I think I was 10 years old. My parents got me guitar. What was it? It was a Washburn Line. It was like one of those like guitars that like come in like a box, like it's like a starter guitar, and it has like a
Yeah.
little like practice amp in it and like a bunch of picks and whatever. So I got one of those, and that's pretty much how I got my start playing guitar, and just went off from there.
Oh, amazing. So what was your then introduction into sort of the heavier side of music?
Sure. So I think when I was like 9, 10 years old, I got really into just like rock music. That was like right around when Green Day's American Idiot came out, and that was the first CD I ever bought. I love that
cool.
album. And I had a best friend at the time. His name was Scott Johnston, and I would go over and like have sleepovers at his house all the time. And his dad had Metallica's Saint Anger, the clean version, downloaded on iTunes. And so this was my first exposure to metal. Was Saint Anger, the clean censored version of Saint Anger.
Couldn't have been worse start, could it?
Well, dude, it was the heaviest thing I'd ever heard, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, so I loved it. I love Saint Anger. I still do to this day. And not not only because it was my first exposure to metal, do I still like enjoy the songs because it was so crazy to me at the time, but it takes me back to, being a young and just a young metalhead who's finding out about things for the very first time.
Yeah,
so
man.
Metallica was the first thing I really got steeped into. And then like months into this, after just listening to Saint Anger every single day, my big brother Scott, he bought me Master of Puppets, and I listened to it for the first time, and I was like, oh shit. It's I'm listening to the wrong Metallica, so then from there, like I backed up and like listened to like Starting with Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning, and listen to like all the classic Metallica records. But that was really like my first like real exposure. That's when I really got like my foot in the door. And then from Metallica, especially just like going on the internet and checking out what else is out there, I'm checking out all the big four, getting into Slayer. I remember not long after I got Master of Puppets, going to the Virgin Records mega store at the mall, and Slayer Show No Mercy CD was on the rack, and that was like the scariest fucking thing I'd ever seen in my life. I thought to this day, I just think it's like so fucking evil and sick and sinister.
Favorite Slayer album that.
Me too. Yeah,
that and Seasons at any point are clashing heads, but Show No Mercy is.
Yeah, no, same here, man. Same here. Yeah. I think it's the quintessential Slayer record. But yeah, pretty much just like started with like thrash metal, and then just went off from there.
It's really cool that, like you said, your mum's got such a history with the church and church music that she's really cool with you taking that musical path. Do you know what I mean? Some parents would be like, fucking you can get that out of my house. Like,
right.
Slayer is not coming into my house, but that's really cool.
Yeah. Well, I think because I have an older sister who's 10 years older than me. And so she like was growing up in like the new metal era.
Cool.
And she was like going to the Ozfest and seeing like Slipknot and stuff.
Sick.
I think she was more like the guinea pig, and like my parents kind of got a first taste of more like heavier kind of music with her. And then by the time I got into it, it was just kind of a harmless thing. But no, my mom is the number one Gatecreeper fan in the entire world. I'm not exaggerating. She like I challenge anyone on the planet to like to prove their dedication to Gatecreeper more than my mom. It's impossible.
That's great.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
She's super supportive. She comes out to a bunch of the shows, like because she lives on the East Coast in the U.S. in Delaware. So when we're playing over there, she'll come out to like sometimes multiple shows, and hangs out with the band. We're all the guys are good friends with her. So yeah, she's you know, even though she's still like an active church musician and involved in all of that, she's super supportive and down with the heavy metal lifestyle that I've chosen.
That's wicked, man.
Mhm.
So what was so you said American Idiot was the first album you bought. What were the first shows that you went to?
Okay, so my big brother Scott, he brought me, my very first show was to the Arizona State Fair. We saw the Foo Fighters. It was my first
Wicked.
concert ever. This is a while ago. This is when Dave Grohl still had like kind of like short kind of hair. So and then after that, I think he started taking me to like some more like local kind of metal shows. I remember seeing there's a really sick local Arizona metal band called Landmine Marathon.
Oh yes, I remember them.
Really,
Yeah.
really sick death metal band from Arizona. That was like the Arizona death metal band like when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
that had a big influence on me for sure. That had a big impact. I also went to my mom's sick. Check this out. My mom let me skip the second day of 5th grade to go to Ozfest 2007. And so
yeah.
that was like that was the first time I like saw like tons of like real sick metal bands. Like since obviously it was Ozzy, I saw Lamb of God, Lordy, fuck. I saw Behemoth there. That was the dude. Behemoth in the parking lot was the very first time I heard someone in the crowd scream Satan. Dude, I was like, fuck, this is fucking sick. Dude, Nurgle was actually fucking sick as fuck at that show. I forget what song they were going into, but he was talking in between songs. He was like, listen, earlier this year, I went to the spot on which Christ was crucified. And there's so many people like taking their pilgrimage there and like praying there, and like it's so important to them. And like, let me tell you, I didn't feel fucking anything. And then like and then they went into the song. It was so fucking sick.
Oh man, I know he gets like he gets pelted so many pelters, doesn't he? But he's just like a lifer, isn't he? He's so like fucking he's so invested in his like satanic shit. It's so cool.
Dude, it was sick. Yeah, no, I had never been I mean the closest I had been up to that point was Slayer, and seeing the satanic anti-Christian kind of element like that pronounced was it had an impact.
As like a young musician as well, seeing like fucking Inferno playing them drums and like
Totally
just seeing all those musicians up on stage was that like those early shows, were you like that's what I'm gonna do, that's what I want
for
to do
sure,
with my
yeah,
life?
absolutely, dude, yeah. I mean, I never at any point playing music since I was a kid up until like a couple years ago did I ever think I would ever play in a band that's like playing shows on the level that Gatecreeper does.
Yeah.
I always knew I would be playing metal forever, and extreme music forever. But just like, doing like DIY underground tours. I never thought ever I would like do anything that would like more than like, I don't know, 100 people around the world would ever listen to,
Yeah, absolutely.
So when I was watching these shows, I was seeing these bands, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. But like my expectation was never like, I'm going to be doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy to be doing those things.
Yeah, man. I suppose we should have asked you at the start, really, I guess. How did joining Gatecreeper come about?
So I've known all of them forever.
Okay.
Like, so I'm the youngest guy in the band.
Yeah.
When they started the band, I think I was like 15. And 15, 16. So I didn't go to the very first Gatecreeper show, but I think I went to the second and most of the ones after that when I was still in high school. And so I've been antiquated with all those guys forever. When I was playing in bands in high school, Chase booked my band on certain local shows.
Oh, killer.
Me and Matt would buddy quite a bit. And so yeah, we were always like antiquated with each other. And yeah, one day Chase just texted me and he said, hey, we're looking for a bass player. do you want to give it a whirl? And I was like, yeah, sure. And yeah, that was it.
That's mate. That. Yeah, that's killer, man. So I know you're like a multi instrumentalist as
Yeah.
well. Alex, like drums. You sing in a band as well. Was that just growing up, being so invested into music? Just like I want to play everything. I want to try
Yeah.
everything. And
Yeah. I think it's like a certain like impatient quality of myself that I had to do everything all at once. And
yeah,
like I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for someone else to do it. I couldn't wait for the right drummer to come along, so I'm gonna be the drummer or like the bass player or the singer or whatever. And I just want to do it all at once. But with drums specifically, like I was very, because my mom was like, like a classically trained musician. She really stressed the importance to me of like having that kind of education. So I did like band all throughout school growing up. I did the marching band in high school, and I was a percussionist. So I got my like foundation started with like
yeah.
the drums in like school. And so then finally sometime in high school, when my mom graciously bought me a drum kit, then I could start, just branching out and just like doing everything, like play all the rock instruments and whatever band I wanted to make. I could fill whatever role was needed, that, because that's always what's been the most important to me. Like I'm not like married to any one instrument.
Yeah.
Even today, like in Gatecreeper, like my job in Gatecreeper is to be the bass player, but forever it's just about making the band happen and making the music happen. And
Yeah.
whatever role I can fill to achieve that, that's what I'm going to do.
That's so sick.
Alex, you ever been tempted to do like a one-man project sort of thing? Because obviously
Yeah,
playing
for sure.
all these instruments and that.
Dude, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially now you're in Norway, mate. You got to go full like dungeon.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I could take the dungeon route. Yeah, my girlfriend actually has like guitar and bass here. I just need my little interface and I could go to town.
Oh, sick.
But yeah, well, dude, I'm always writing and recording music, and I do think about different routes I could take to kind of just do like a fully like one man project. It's just a matter of my problem is I love so many different kinds of music.
Yeah.
Like by music I mean metal. And so like I'll write a bunch of like black metal songs, then I'll write like a bunch of like gore grind songs, and then like some other kind of like do me death metal kind of songs. And so I just gotta pick one and then just go through with it, and we'll be able to put a pretty sick record together. Just
Dude, you
jamming.
could just do now. That's what I call Alex Volume 1, and it just be fucking every one black metal, one gore grind, one death metal, one hardcore.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Sick, man.
Dude, and that I never thought about that. That's a pretty good idea, man. Yeah.
But you got three copies sold straight away.
Just a little compilation.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 3 copies sold straight away. That's what you need. So what were what were the first bands you were in then that played shows and recorded and
so the first band I was ever in was in the 5th grade with my buddies Seth Ponzo and his brother Aaron Ponzo, and it was called The Credits. Credits with a Z at the end.
Oh, sick.
So it was like sick, we just played covers, and we played at our elementary school. I remember we played in the cafeteria. There was like a little stage in the cafeteria, and there's like this like fall festival that the school put on where everyone could go, and like there were like games and activities and stuff. And yeah, we just played like, I don't know, the Ramones and Nirvana and Blink-182 and stuff. So that was like my first ever band. And then that morphed into basically the same band, but we renamed it to Nerd. So it went from Credits to Nerd. And so we were rocking it as Nerd for a while, and then we changed the name again to Bloom. And as Bloom, we really kind of cranked it up a little bit. Like we played How we did in the Pontos neighborhood. They lived in like this little cul-de-sac, and we did a little block party for Halloween
Oh,
where
cool.
we like set up outside and we just played like a million cover songs for like all the trick-or-treaters, and that was cool. So yeah, I guess that was like my first real start, but it probably wasn't until like high school that I started making bands that started playing like out at like actual venues,
Yeah,
and like playing music that we wrote.
that's cool, man. Like it's all of those like little experiences playing, playing out in the street and that. It just it gets you into that mindset of I can do this, man. Like I can play with other people, because that's quite a difficult thing as well. Is you can you can sit in your room, play guitar, and you can sit in your room, play drums, but that like human connection of playing with other people it doesn't happen for everyone. So it's
Yeah, you can't replicate it on your own. You just have to get up and do it. And even the difference from the practice space to actually being on stage playing in front of people, these are all like individual like tiers of experience as a musician. So yeah, you just gotta do it.
Yeah, it's cool, man. You're climbing that ladder. Keep climbing that ladder up into these big
Yeah,
stages and these
yeah,
massive
for sure.
festivals and that, man. It's
Yeah,
living that dream, dude.
absolutely.
So is there, I know you said like you like a lot of styles of metal acts. Is there anything outside of metal musically that you
Yeah, no,
are
totally.
influenced by?
I love a lot of punk music. I like a lot of hardcore punk music. I I guess this is a little bit like metal adjacent, but like I do like some dungeon synth stuff.
Oh, sick.
That stuff's pretty cool. I'm trying to think outside of that, man. Not really. Not a whole lot.
Fair enough.
Just
Hardcore's eating good and punk at the
Yeah.
moment, anyway.
yeah, if it's dark and aggressive, then
Mhm.
you're all in. Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah, I love darkness.
The darkness.
darkness.
I have a sick and twisted mind.
That's so cool.
I
Yeah,
can't
man.
resist darkness.
So, Alex, I want to ask you. We've got a couple of little Mount Rushmore questions. Want to know your Mount Rushmore bass players?
Okay. Let's see. I think this first one that comes to mind would probably have to be Steve Harris.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, he's the fucking man. I mean, I feel like when I think of Iron Maiden, like I'm not even thinking about like Bruce or the guitars. I'm thinking about Steve. I'm thinking about the fucking sick bass lines and him doing those gallops with just two fingers.
Yeah.
And the point, you can't forget the point, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
In it, that's
so sick. Yeah. Steve Harris definitely had a big impact on me as a kid. Just getting into metal, and he's like he's a bass player, superhero.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's on Mount Rushmore. Joey DeMaio from Manowar.
Oh, sick.
Sick choice.
He's one of my favorite bass players ever. I feel like I can relate to him a little bit more, even more than Steve Harris, because we both play with a pick, and he just has such a unique play style. He like plays the bass like a guitar essentially, and like he's like doing all this crazy tremolo picking, and he's like shredding all these solos like super high up. He really just like takes bass and does something completely unique with it, and especially within the context of Manowar, fucking sick.
Yeah, you can't imagine like saying to a member of Manowar, can you just like tone it down, and you just sit maybe in the background a little bit. Like all of those dudes are all up front and
like, dude, yeah, it's over the top. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, yeah. You got to be like the most of everything.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So Joey for sure. Dude, I love fucking ICS Vortex, Demi Borgir, and
hell yeah.
And currently in Borknagar, he's a fucking that. I think that I recently got a BC Rich Warlock, because I was playing Mockingbirds forever, and I recently switched to a Warlock, and I would say that was mainly inspired by ICS Vortex and Dimmu Borgir, like
Is
in
that
the
the picture you
2000s.
posted on Instagram recently, Alex?
Yeah,
The new
yeah.
bass, yeah,
That's that new bass. Yeah.
that's a beauty. That is.
Thanks, man. Dude, it's fucking sick. Yeah, yeah. I got it like right before that last tour we just did, and yeah, it was fucking awesome. But yeah, love Vortex. Big influence for sure. I just think I love his stage press. I love like when he puts his foot up on the monitor and he like puts the warlock like right. He like rests it on his knee, and he's like playing like this, and then he's like doing like his clean vocals at the same time. It's so sick.
He's got such a great voice as well. He's such a. I think he's such
Beautiful.
I think he's an underrated, a really underrated musician in metal. Like you see,
Yes.
you know, when you get like these like lists of best guitarists, best players, he doesn't really ever seem to come up, but he's so fucking multi-talented,
Yeah,
and as
no,
a
he
songwriter
should
as
be.
well.
Amazing songwriter. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he even has a solo record too, which is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do. I'm with you, man. I think he should be far more recognized for his contributions to heavy metal because they are great.
Absolutely. You got one more spot, Alex.
One more spot.
One more spot, man, on that Rushmore.
Rushmore. Let's see, probably. I don't know. I guess you got to do Cliff Burton. I mean, like Metallica, like when it comes down to it, or got to be. If I had to pick one band to listen to forever, it'd probably be Metallica. And it's going to be, you know, obviously the Cliff albums are the most important to me. So, yeah, I mean, kind of the same thing with Joey. He took bass and made it his own thing. He's like shredding up, like all high, making like guitar solo on bass. He's like using his wah pedal with the fuzz, you know.
Yeah,
it's sick. Yeah, you're like Cliff's fucking awesome. So yeah, Cliff's up there.
I think I like because I was born in 1980, so 1991 the Black Album was like a massive game changer for me. I don't think anyone ever looked cooler than Jason Newsted did during that fucking Black Album period.
Dude, he did. Yeah, like when he like shaved the side of his head,
the undercut,
the undercut. He's like running around the stage. Yeah, he's like doing his backup vocals too. He's sick. Yeah,
I see a lot of Newsted in your appearance on stage, Alex. You know the skinny black jeans, the white high tops. That there's a lot of Newsted about you in that during that Black Album period that I see when you're up on that stage.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, that's much appreciated. I admire him very, very much, especially as a fellow pickist. A fellow bass pickist. Yeah, he's one of the greats. I actually, you know, I said the Cliff albums are my favorite, but now that I think about it, speaking of Jason, the album he isn't on, Injustice for All, I might even like that album more than Master of Puppets. So, and I love the Black Album.
Yeah,
I love every Metallica album. They're all good.
Same, man. We'll never hear any slander on this show, will we?
Definitely? Like, dude. Yeah. I think people. I'm not even going to give this concept any attention. I only have amazing things to say about Metallica and all the guys that have been a part of it. I love Metallica.
Same, man. So what are your? This might be a bit of a difficult one, Alex, but I want to know what your top 4 death metal albums are.
Okay, one of them for sure is going to be Gormit, the Ending Quest. Fucking
sick.
Insane album. Fucking one of my probably my favorite Swedish death metal album would be Gormit, the Ending Quest.
I'm gonna need to write this down, dude. Because
class is in session now, baby.
I recognize the album cover.
Yeah,
but take us to school, Professor Brown, because I don't think I've listened to this. I don't think I've listened to this album, man.
Dude, it's fucking awesome, dude. It's I don't know. For one, I love the guitar tone. It's just like fucking nasty and like scooped and like I like a guitar that sounds spiky. It's a very spiky guitar sound. I love a spiky guitar. It's got a spiky guitar and just like very like awesome, like kind of mid-paced, doomy passages on a lot of their songs that are also very melodic, because that's something I really look for in a lot of extreme metal is I love melody.
Oh,
I love
hell
stuff
yeah.
that sounds very like sorrowful
Yeah.
and melancholic, and there's so much of that on that record. Like there's the track Silent Hymn of the Dead, or For the Dead, and another one, I think that's the track right after that one, are just like so like emotional, but like not in like a lame way. Like it's like in a very like somber, like serious kind of way.
Yeah.
And it's also very brutal, and it's fucking heavy, and it also has like really cool like bass shit going on, like almost kind of like atheist stuff, like
Oh, wow.
jazzy kind of stuff, like thrown in there kind of randomly, but it works. It's fucking cool. So yeah, Gourmet, The Ending Quest, absolutely on there.
Yep, yeah, man, that's on my list for this week.
Fucking awesome. Won't regret it. Let's see. Entombed, Clandestine. That's my favorite Entombed record.
Oh wow, okay.
I put it above Left Hand Path. I love Left Hand Path, but for me it's Clandestine, Left Hand Path, Wolverine Blues, and then everything else is somewhere around there. That's another band. Every record's good. I like it all.
Yeah.
Wolverine Blues is my favorite Entombed album. So it's nice to get a different opinion of, because it's always Left Hand Path is the one that gets
Most
picked.
people go for,
it's nice to hear some Clandestine love, man.
I love Clandestine. Yeah, I don't know. There's just a certain sound to it. I love because fuck, what's his name? The drummer.
Nick.
Nick, he does the vocals on that record, and I love his vocals. It's just like so raw and just like authentic sounding. And the riffs are crazy. There's super heavy shit on there. There's super catchy shit on there. There's as going back to what I was talking about with Gourmet, a lot of like cool melody on there that I really, really enjoy. And I love the production on it. I don't know. I can't say enough good things. I love Clandestine. I'm always going back to that record. Definitely my most listened to Entombed album.
One of the greatest album covers ever as well. That.
Oh, I fucking love the cover. Oh my god, like that is just quintessential death metal painting.
So
fucking cool. I would put it up there with like a Never Flowing Stream, Dismember. Like that's just fucking like that is death metal. Like to me that is death metal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's up there. Let's see. I'm gonna throw in a wild card. Bolt Thrower, Those Once Loyal.
Oh, nice. Yes. Has to be.
Yeah, I think my favorite Bolt Thrower album is always rotating, but I feel like I always come back to Those Once Loyal. It's just so fucking sick. It's got such an awesome production. I love the bass tone on it. Joe Bench, I probably would have put it on my fucking Mount Rushmore. So she's gonna be the 5th on my Mount Rushmore, Joe Bench. Her fucking bass tone on that record is so fucking sick. It's so mean, and like the way it like sits in the mix and like its distortion. It's
perfect.
Fucking badass. So many good catchy songs, and like I love like later Bolt Thrower when it's like super melodic, but then it's also got like these kind of like jump the fuck up kind of drums, like with the double kick. I love that. So fucking sick. When Cannons Fade, that's like one of the sickest fucking songs ever.
It's funny you say about the jump the fuck up thing, because in a nice link to Gatecreeper, I watched when Nate Garrett did a video recently about Those Once Loyal, and he was like, is this the first new metal album? Is it a new metal album? And it's like, hold on a minute, fuck, he might have a point there. It's got like them simple swinging grooves, the fucking
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, no, there's a point to be made there.
If Carl was crying over the top about over it, then potentially.
No, for sure. Yeah, you could probably take a couple later Bolt Thrower tracks and like add some rapping or some like record scratches in my work. But
please no one ever do that.
That record's fucking sick.
Oh, it's so good, man.
That's gonna be number 3. What else? For my number 4, I'm always going for the European metal. I love European metal, but I gotta pick something American. probably Autopsy, Mental Funeral.
Oh
Right
wow,
on.
sick.
Right
Good
on.
shout.
Before the Autopsy are for sure. Like that's my top American death metal band. I just think it's such an authentic sound. I love death metal that sounds like. I mean, I love all kinds of death metal, and I think all approaches are valid and have their place. I love all different production styles. I love stuff that sounds really raw. I love stuff that sounds like super clicky and like sounds like a computer played it, like legitimately. I think that's cool. But man, I just have such a soft spot for like the organic, kind of more raw, rounded edges of Autopsy and the catchiness of the riffs. And there's doom in there, there's melody in there. And I really think that really set the tone for the Swedish death metal scene, because you can hear. I mean, I think that they've said it in interviews, like Entombed and Dismember are just like pulling from that directly to make that kind of like the basis of their death metal sound. And as a huge Swedish death metal fan, I think that's really like the source of the sauce is Autopsy, Mental Funeral. Yeah, just fucking sick, nasty, everything that I want in a death metal album.
Killer, man. Yeah, it's so good. It's obviously death metal's had a massive explosion over the last few years, and I think so many like younger bands have gone back to that OG sound to take from that, and it's so cool to hear so many great new death metal bands doing that now. So yeah, respect to the OGs, man.
For sure, man. Yeah, it's a great time to like death metal. There's a such a strong interest in it, especially like if you're a young musician and you want to make a death metal band and you want to make. I think that's the coolest part about like the like more kind of like old school revival is like when I was younger, like maybe like middle school, like most of the death metal bands were like fucking like wizard musicians,
The faceless and stuff.
Like just super fucking fast double kick and blasts and like insane like shredding and sweeping solos and stuff. And I can't play that. I can't play any of that. I can't play bass to like those bands. I would be the wrong player. But with a lot of the older bands, it's a lot more approachable. A lot like that style of death metal, like for example Autopsy, like
it's got that groove to it, hasn't it? You know?
Dude, you like if you really want to, like even if you like haven't touched an instrument before, like if you practice for like a year or two and like you're on your shit, like you can make a cool fucking death metal band and it'll work. So yeah, I think that has also made death metal a lot more accessible because you don't need your giant trigger drum set, you don't need your fucking crazy like shredding fucking Ingve chops to be in a band. You can just like play. I mean Gatecreeper is like a perfect testament to that, like especially a lot of the more simple songs, like like our biggest song Flamethrower, like that's like the easiest fucking song to play ever, dude. like anyone can play that song, like literally anyone. Like I think I could literally like take someone who's like never played bass before and like show them how to play that and they could play it perfectly. I just like how it's made it, it's made death metal for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And that's always a good thing. That's what we want. We want to make the heavy metal warriors of the world make it as easy as possible for them to seek out their dreams.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to take you up on Alex because I've got a guitar sitting in the corner there that I haven't played for about a year. So I'm going to get you to show me how to play it.
Dude, I'll show you, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, dude, it's so easy. Yeah, anybody can do it.
There you go. All right, we've got no excuse now, lads. Anyone can do it.
Let's start that death metal band.
Anybody can play death metal. Anybody can play death metal.
Yeah, man. If we haven't got a house band in a year's time, then something's gone wrong in it.
Yeah.
Right, Alex, to end these chats, man, we've got some either or questions. We're going to throw 2 albums at you, and you've just got to choose one or the other. And apologise in advance about
these are brutal.
This first one.
Okay.
It's Dimmu Borgir, Enthroned Darkness Triumphant, or Cradle of Filth, Dusk and Her Embrace.
Ah, fuck. That is
Sorry,
hard.
man.
That's the
the worst,
response
isn't
we
it?
want, though. That's what we
Yeah,
want.
no, that goddamn, you guys know me too well.
Oh, we
Fuck,
did.
that is
I
hard.
did some research. Right, what t-shirts is he wearing in his Instagram post? Like, I was.
Yeah. You guys did your research. Fuck, I love both those albums. And that's also my favorite Cradle of Filth album, which makes
Same,
it
man.
tough.
That's a fucking top 20 album of all time for me. That.
It's incredible. It's everything. It's just the
GOAT.
coolest fucking thing that's like ever been made, probably.
Yep, it's
like
GOAT,
in
man.
history. Like I'm not even just talking about music, just like stuff, just stuff. Like Dusk and Her Embrace is
Everything,
like
yeah.
just like one of the coolest things out there.
The eighth wonder of the world is
yeah,
fucking
dude,
Dusk and Her Embrace. Yeah.
Dude, the art's fucking sick.
Oh.
I mean, Danny's fucking, all his, all the inhale
Nick
screams
Barker's
and stuff.
drumming is.
Dude, Nick Barker, fuck, dude, oh man, best fucking black metal drummer of all time. Fucking love Nick.
Oh hell yeah.
100%. Fuck. I guess yeah, it's Cradle. Yeah, Dusk and Her Embrace. I think when it comes down to it, I'm a bigger fan of Dimmu Borgir, and I love Enthroned Darkness Triumphant. That's an amazing fucking record, and that record like changed the world and like such a defining album for their career. But if we're putting it up against Dusk and Her Embrace, like that's no question.
Yeah. What's your favorite Dimmu album? Just out of curiosity.
So this is tough because I think there are two Dimmu Borgirs.
Yeah.
You have oh shit. There's
That's amazing.
I forgot it does that. That's fucking funny.
That's so fucking sick.
That's so funny. But there's pre Enthroned Darkness and after. So before that, Feralti and Stormblast.
Yep.
Totally different vibe. Totally different vibe. Way more stripped down, way more the production isn't as crazy. And I also feel it's just a completely different energy when the songwriting is approached. I feel like a record like Stormblast has more in common with like Oliver Bergtot than like any of the like more commercial symphonic black metal stuff that came later.
Yep.
So I want to say Stormblast because that is like the most special record to me, but I'm gonna give you two answers because I really don't like comparing.
Go for it, dude.
I don't like comparing Stormblast to the rest of their discography.
No, of course, man, of course.
But yeah, after that, probably Death Cult Armageddon.
Yeah, that's fucking wicked album, mate. I love that album.
So fucking sick.
Yeah,
unbelievable. It's so fucking brutal. It's like it's just so evil and brutal. Dude, there's like some heavy fucking riffs on there. Like you can tell, like some of those Galter riffs on there, like fucking nasty. I don't know. I love the production on it. I love just it's a very unique approach to black metal, especially for the time. And they're not trying to be like the most fucking cold or raw or like extreme or like evil band, but like they found their niche, which is so their own and so perfect. And I really think it really came together on that record.
Yeah, dude, I've got so many ideas for other episodes that I want to chat to you about now. So we'll off air, man. We'll fire some ideas at you.
Sick.
All right, Alex. Next one. Oh god, this is fucking savage, man. Right, Dismember, Massive Killing Capacity, or Entombed Wolverine Blues.
Massive Killing Capacity for sure.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Straight off the bat.
Yeah, I love Wolverine Blues. I know a lot of people are like left-hand path purists and don't like the direction that Entombed went on with Wolverine Blues, with the more like kind of like death and roll kind of vibe. I think that record's fucking amazing. I love the death and roll stuff. I love the like more rockin' influences that are coming into the band at that point. But up against Massive Killing Capacity, I don't know. That's just like such a perfect record. if you asked me on another day, that record would have been in my top 4 death metal records. Especially for like the death metal that I love the most. I feel like that really set the stage for melodic death metal. Starting with like the override of the overture riff and I feel like that was kind of like the blueprint, and they like everything went off of it from there, and that just kept getting expanded upon as their discography went on. Another band who just kept making good records. There's not a dud in the whole catalog. But I just love that album so much. It's very special to me. That's one of the like first like old school death metal albums like I got into like when I was like a teenager too. Yeah.
Fred would have been having some words with you as well if you'd have picked Entombed.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
You can't let your boyfriend down, man.
That might have caused some issues, yeah.
Right, last one, Alex. And talking about what t-shirts you wear, this one's going to be interesting. So, Dissection, Storm of the Light's Bane, or Immortal, At the Heart of Winter.
Storm of the Light's Bane.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be.
At the Heart of Winter is fucking badass and sick, but like Storm of the Light's Bane, that's up there with Dusk and Embrace. It's just one of the coolest things of all time.
Yeah,
like it's cooler than like every book, every
film,
every movie.
It's better than every movie. It's better than I'm pretty sure like every TV show, most foods,
every play. Yeah, it's just there's none of them is as good as that.
It's just like that is like peak god level musical achievement material for me. It doesn't get much better than that unless you Rain Chaos, which I like more than Storm of the Light's Bane.
Oh, dude, that's so Rain Chaos is so fucking underrated, man.
Yeah,
it's so underrated,
dude. So slept on. Such a fucking sick record. So me and my girlfriend Charlotte, we're both just huge Dissection fans, and we listen to fucking Rain Chaos all the fucking time.
That album's never mentioned in any Dissection chat at all.
Well, do you know what's funny, Dev? Do you remember when we spoke to Ronnie from Upon Stone?
That was it. That was it.
That's it.
He had that as one of the albums that was the biggest influence on his playing and Upon Stone's music. So the musicians, mate, the people who know.
They know, yes.
Mm-hmm. For sure, man. I think it's looked down upon by a lot of people because it's a departure from their more traditional 90s black metal sound, and there's a little bit more like rocking going on, just like Entombed did with Wolverine Blues. There's like a bit more of like a death metal kind of edge to it. It has like a very particular clean but natural kind of production. I see these all as big thumbs up for me.
Same.
And I just think the songwriting is so perfect. So many sick riffs. His lyrics are fucking cool. The delivery of everything. I think that's like one of like humanity's top musical achievements is Dissection, Rain Chaos.
There you go. That's one of humanity's greatest musical achievements.
Can't that.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
100%. That's like cooler than Trains. It's cooler than Coffee.
It's cooler than their fucking everything, man. Forget it. Dude, Alex, it's been an absolute blast, man. Spending an hour hanging with you this afternoon.
Yeah, this has been a ton of fun. Thanks for having me.
No,
you're welcome.
Pleasure, mate.
Pleasure, man. So you got a little bit more time and then you're out on the road again fairly soon.
Yeah, we got some shows in Canada with 200 Stab Wounds and Denial of Life.
Sick.
Playing a festival in Colorado sometime next month. And so we're a couple other things that are in the works. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna try and get to the London show, dude, when you're over here with Arch Enemy and that. So
hit me up. Yeah. Let's hang out.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll link up. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, I'll deliver some chuffed to bits hats for you and
chuffed to bits.
Yes.
I would be chuffed to bits. That'd be great.
We'll get into it, bud.
Yeah, thanks again, man. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you. We'll be back again very soon. Until then, party on, dudes.